Hi guys, like I promised, doing a few more vlogs, more frequently, pretty much every single week, and here's another one. Um, so I'm sure 95% of you guys, if not more, are going to ask either in the comments or just in your head, why did I not reciprocate the hug from Tara, or why did I reject it? And I've answered it a couple times since then. I answered it in a an interview that I had with Travis, and basically, I feel that there's a time and place for everything or anything, and that was not the right time for that. I actually have not talked to any of the TSM members for a really long time, and that was the first time. And I really wanted to beat them. It was a really close game, and obviously since we lost, I was not in the mood to do any sort of hugging. Um, I know that depending on how you look at it, it can be me looking like a huge scumbag, or Turtle can also look like a huge scumbag for kind of being condescending. But he's not that type of guy, and I wasn't looking to be offensive, but it was just not the right time for it. Um, I'm not like super close to TSM guys anymore. That's why it wasn't okay. Like for example, if they did that to, or if C9 did that to TSM, with like Turtle, for example, that'd be a lot more okay. Or if they just straight up just like hug as like a comfort tool, not so much as a uh, or as a, I don't even know what you would describe it as, but basically, I don't know. I wasn't in the mood for hugging. But I really do appreciate what Bjergsen did was when he shook my hand and then he just like patted me on the back and like just did a hug thing, and so like he said something like played well, or whatever, yeah, like next time, something like that. I don't want to say exactly what he said, but it was something nice, and I do appreciate that. But it was just a different tone, different. It felt like a different mood from what Turtle wanted, and it's just differences. Um, so yeah, no, hopefully you guys realize that I wasn't trying to be offensive, and neither was Turtle, and it probably would have been solved if I just sucked it up and just hugged him anyways. But I really was in the mood, and that's pretty much it regarding that. I don't really want to talk about that anymore, because honestly, it shouldn't have been such a big deal. But I can understand why people made it such a big deal. Next thing I want to talk about is our score. We're 1-3. Not exactly ideal. We did really well in practice, and we were looking really strong, but LCS is different from practice, and it's frustrating because in practice we just dominated a lot of these teams, and when it actually came down to it, we didn't actually do as well. And when all your practice and scrims and whatnot just show that you're doing a lot better than your actual performance, it's frustrating to have that happen. But 1-3, I mean, at least we won one game. We beat Dignitas. We broke their win streak. So it just seems to me that this split is going to be really, really competitive. And it's a good and bad thing. It just means that even if you do well in practice, because you're so close in skill to these other teams, you really don't know how things are going to end up in those actual games. And we had 4 really close games. We could have won. We could have gone 4-0. We could have gone 0-4, and we got stuck with the 1-3. So it's kind of unfortunate. But I just have to say that hopefully we do better in the upcoming weeks, and hopefully we can get some more wins. The teams that we played against, they have really strong scores. Like TSM went 3-1. COG went 2-2, LMQ went 4-0, and Dig went 3-1. So arguably we were playing against the better teams, quote unquote. But obviously I still think Cloud9 is really strong, and I just think they had a really rough start, and they'll probably look stronger as the split progresses. And hopefully we do too. Really wish that. I mean, I think we're so good, and I really want to go to Worlds, and it'd be nice to do so. And hopefully you do well starting now. And okay, the last thing I want to talk about is this Braum. People have, well, even myself, I thought Braum was really, really strong when he first came out, and he probably was, but Even right now, it seems like he does have counterplay in which that he loses his early game really hard unless you get cheesed level 1 by just like having someone sit in a brush and just like having Braum sit in a brush and fighting in level 1 because Braum's level 1 is ridiculous. So other than that, I don't know how strong he actually is. He seems strong, but I'm not sure if he's actually overpowered anymore. People seem to have learned how to play against him and do the right picks. And just not die to him. His team fights are actually still really really strong, and I don't think any nerfs are gonna be to that team fighting ability. So I'm really interested to see where Braum ends up in like 2 or 3 weeks, since he's gonna get nerfed a bit and he won't be allowed in LCS for a little bit. So I'm pretty interested for that, and yeah, hopefully you can see some Braum LCS. And that's about it for this vlog. It's just really talking, reflecting on last week, and just like hopefully we do better in the future. Um, that's pretty much it. Thanks guys for watching though, and as usual, thanks for the support. So that's it. Bye guys.